Hi, welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Hital.
I'm Anuja, and today we're going to show you how to make carrot cake. We get a lot of requests for cakes and desserts. Obviously, you people have a sweet tooth. So do we actually. We just need an excuse. So here's a carrot cake.
And one of the main things that people ask for, of course, is eggless recipes.
Right.
So this happens to be a great recipe that you can use eggs with if you'd like, and you can leave them out and we'll show you a good substitute, and it works just as well.
Perfect. So we have 2 cups of maida or all-purpose flour over here, and to this we are going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder.
Now, cinnamon powder is a personal taste, so if you're really a big fan of cinnamon, you can easily double the amount and it'll taste fabulous in this recipe. But 1 teaspoon is good if you're on the fence.
That is true. Also, a couple of things we wanted to mention before we get started. We have the oven preheating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We also have egg substitute. We have already mentioned in one of our tip videos, flaxseed powder. This is what it looks like. It looks pretty much like wheat husk, ground up. But what we've done is we have taken 2 tablespoons of flaxseed powder. We've added 6 tablespoons of warm water to it, and we've mixed it. Now we're going to leave it aside for 10 minutes and let it react, and we'll use that as an egg substitute over here. We have nutmeg over here. We forgot to add that. And this is what it looks like, and the best thing to do is to buy this whole. Avoid getting the powder if you can. So what we're going to do is we have a grater over here. We're just going to grate like a 1/4 teaspoon and just add it to this.
So we'll be using butter, 1 stick of butter for this recipe, and you can use salted or unsalted. So we're using salted butter today, and what that does is prevents you from having to add some salt in your flour mixture. But that's okay. If you have plain unsalted butter at home, then you can just add 1/2 teaspoon of salt to this flour mixture when you're mixing. And this butter is going to go into the microwave, and we're just going to melt it.
And in a large bowl, we're going to add 1 cup of yogurt, 1/2 cup of brown sugar.
That's packed.
1 cup of sugar, regular sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla.
And we're going to mix this really well, and what we're trying to do is get all the sugar melted in there so it's not granulated. And the sugar is completely dissolved.
And our flaxseed substitute that we're using is also ready. It's kind of a little gooey. If you notice, it's a little stringy, just like egg.
And if you want to use egg in this recipe, you don't want to make it eggless, you go ahead and add 2 medium size or large size, it doesn't matter, 2 eggs into this mixture right now.
Yep. We're going to add in the flour.
And we'll mix it to incorporate it into a batter. So once all of this is mixed, we have a couple more ingredients that we need to add in.
And it's 2 cups of finely shredded carrots. Look at the color, fabulous.
That's about 300 grams.
1/2 cup of roughly chopped walnuts. We're just going to keep a little bit aside for garnishing on top. And here's the melted butter.
And once again, we're going to mix really well.
We also have some cake pans over here. They're 9-inch cake pans, and we're going to be using the 2 of them. We're going to basically divide the batter in these 2, and we'll just have a double layered cake. So, but if you don't have these, and if you just want to do a single layer cake, you can also use a 9x13, a rectangular one. Works out great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to butter it and dust it with flour, just get it prepped up for the baking.
And we're going to equally divide our batter between the two pans. And to smooth it out.
So they go into the oven it's at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes.
So our eggless carrot cake is out of the oven, and I wish you guys were here because it's heavenly.
It really is awesome. So we're going to just let them cool in the pan itself for about 5 minutes. So
here's our wax paper, and you can use parchment paper also.
and we're going to flip this now. There you go.
Perfect. And now it's really important to let these cool all the way, not even a bit of warmth, because we're going to frost this, and
Yes.
if we put frosting on this, it'll just melt. So we're going to wait at least half an hour, but really as long as it takes until they're completely cool to the touch. And in the meantime, we'll show you how to do the frosting.
So over here we have about 2 ounces of butter, which is about 4 tablespoons. And it's actually melted in its room temperature. And to this we're going to add cream cheese. Now this is an 8-ounce brick of cream cheese, again at room temperature. And we're going to beat them together. And to this we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla.
And mix it in.
And once that's mixed in, it's a cup of powdered sugar.
This is also known as confectioner's sugar. And once it's nice and smooth and there's no more lumps and nice and creamy, yummy like this, it's done. That was a pretty easy frosting.
Let's make sure it is done.
Good.
Perfect.
So here's a trick when you're beating cake batter or beating anything that
Yeah.
sticks to your whisk, whatever that's called. Here's a good way to get it off instead of using your fingers around there. So just put it in there, turn it on, and gently lift it up. And it's almost clean, and you can
Yes.
lick the rest.
Absolutely. I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Okay, the cakes have cooled down considerably. So now we're ready to work with them. We're going to place it face down in the serving platter. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut some about a couple of inch wide strips.
And you take these strips and we're going to just place it under our cake. And what this will do is when we frost it, if any frosting gets on our platter, we just slide it out and then our platter remains clean. And we can just take a butter knife and we're going to frost only on the top of this one. Just evenly do it.
And then we're going to gently take the other cake. And again, face down, place it right on top of the other cake. There you go. Beautiful. And we'll just take a spatula and just, again, put it.
And again, we smooth it out. And this time it's going to go over the sides as well. And once it's even and you have your nice little designs on it, we can pull out the little wax sheets gently. And you have a nice clean edge on your platter.
And to top it off, we had saved a few walnuts, crushed walnuts, and we're just going to sprinkle on the top. And it's ready to dig into. All right. Soft. Very nice. Awesome. I'm on a diet, so I'm going to eat only this much.
And the rest is for me.
Sure. So anyway, enjoy your carrot cake and join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.